My parents and I haven't been close for years. When I left home at 19 to chase my own dreams, they called me selfish. When I started my own business, they said it was a phase. And when I actually made it, they stopped calling altogether. So when I got a message from my mom saying, "Please come to the family reunion," it's important, I hesitated. But something in me, that little voice that still wanted to belong, said yes. I booked a flight and drove 4 hours to the old family house. When I got there, everyone was already there. My parents, my brother, cousins, aunts, all smiling too wide. My mom hugged me tight and said, "I'm so glad you came. We're going on a little trip." "A trip?" I asked. "Where?" She just smiled. "You'll see." I should have known then something was off. The next morning, I found myself in the back seat of my parents' SUV, heading toward a mountain town where we used to vacation when I was a kid. My dad was unusually quiet, gripping the steering wheel. My mom chatted nervously about the good old days. When we arrived, they stopped in front of an old cabin, my grandfather's place. I hadn't been there since I was 12. Inside, the air was heavy with dust and awkward silence. My mom motioned for me to sit down. Then she said softly, "We need your help." Turns out they were in serious financial trouble. My dad's business had collapsed, the house was close to foreclosure, and they'd used up all their savings trying to fix it. My dad cleared his throat. "You've done so well for yourself. We thought maybe you could help us out." A family loan? I sat there in disbelief. All those years they'd mocked me, ignored me, made me feel like an outsider. And now they were calling me family again. I took a deep breath and said, "You invited me here under false pretenses. You could have just asked." My mom's eyes filled with tears. We didn't know how else to say it. For a long moment, no one spoke. Then I reached into my bag and pulled out an envelope. I handed it to my dad. He opened it, expecting a check. Inside was a single sheet of paper. It was a list of every time they'd told me I wouldn't make it, every insult, every time they'd turned me away when I'd needed help. At the bottom, I'd written, "You taught me how to stand on my own. I hope you can do the same." I stood, hugged my mom gently, and said, "I came because you asked. I'm leaving because I've learned." As I walked out into the cold mountain air, I felt something I hadn't felt in years: peace. Because sometimes coming home isn't about reconnecting. It's about realizing how far you've come. Subscribe for more stories of family, self-worth, and poetic karma.